Hello, everyone. Welcome to the St. Ignatius Preparatory School Virtual College Fair. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Just a few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists will not be able to see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions that are happening too, so please be sure to sign up for more. And lastly, this presentation is being recorded, and that recording will be available within about a week at strivescan.com/Ignatius. And I'd now like to go ahead and turn things over to our presenters, starting first with Grinnell College.
Hey everyone, I'm just gonna share my screen real quick. It's kind of confusing to unmute myself and put my video on and share the screen at the same time. But hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Christian Morris. I'm an admission counselor at Grinnell College. I'm also a recent alum. I graduated in 2018 studying Spanish and education, and I'm happy to be here to talk to you guys about Grinnell College. So a little about who we are. Grinnell College is a small liberal arts college in Iowa, right between Des Moines and Iowa City, about 45 minutes both directions, east and west. So that's about an hour and a half round trip to either of the two biggest cities any day of the week, and it's about 4 hours driving from Chicago itself, which isn't that bad of a drive. On campus, we have about 1,700 students, so it is a small, intimate environment that we do offer. And something that we really do pride ourselves on is our sense of diversity, which is directly reflected through our student body. And so with respect to our student body and those 1,700 students, 25% of our students are domestic students of color. On top of that, another 19% are international students. And we're 94% out of state, but I think the coolest statistic is just that within those 1,700 students, they come from over 50 different countries from around the world. Which is honestly really crazy for such a small cohort. As someone who went through the entire process of being a student and graduating, I can promise you that it does not really matter what you do in your free time or what you pursue academically or professionally, because regardless of your pursuits, recreationally, professionally, or academically, you'll be interacting with people of completely different cultural background, intellectual background, social background, and so on than yourself. I found that to be completely and utterly unavoidable during my time at Grinnell, which I thought was really cool. And now moving on to some of our academics. Our curriculum is pretty rare. It isn't offered at too many liberal arts institutions and even fewer at larger university-sized institutions. And it's called the individually advised curriculum. And so what that means is that, I think my computer just lagged a bit. I have an unstable connection, but hopefully you can still hear me. But what the individually advised curriculum means is that aside from your one required class that you have in your first year of your first semester, the rest of your classes every single semester are all electives as long as it's outside of your major. And you also have about 2 years to actually declare your major, which I think is really cool because it means that the entire curriculum, the whole point of it is to essentially expose our students to the themes of interdisciplinarity and to show you how the different disciplines overlap and enhance your understanding of the world around you or of the thing that you're trying to major in. It just depends on what you're personally looking for. And that's something I really think is really cool about our curriculum. On top of that, something that is really interesting is that research is absolutely required in all of our departments and all of our disciplines, meaning if you want to take a class for fun or a class related to your major, regardless of the level of that class, you have to get the hands-on research-based aspect done in a decent manner because it's a large portion of your grade for the class. But I think that's really cool because it means that research is absolutely unavoidable, regardless of what level you're at, but also regardless of what discipline, regardless of whether it's in Spanish, Arabic, physics, French, anthropology, dance, music, theater, and so on. I think that's really, really cool that it is unavoidable. Moving on to that one required class I mentioned earlier called tutorial. Tutorial is essentially a way for us to introduce you to the academic environment that we offer here at Grinnell. It's the only class solely made up of first years. And so that means that everyone in there is just as new to this as you, but also just as lost as you, which is really comforting. It's a place where you can ask those silly questions that aren't even silly because you just got here, like where are the laundry machines or which laundry machine should I use or not use? Wherever you go, you should ask those questions, but it's cool to have a space where you don't necessarily have that sense of anxiety and asking people who've been here for a while. And then academically, it essentially gets your high school reading, writing, analysis, comprehension, oral presentation skills, and so on. It gets up to Grinnell College level reading, writing, analysis, comprehension, oral presentation skills, and so on. So you're not thrown into our curriculum without knowing what's expected of you. You know exactly what's expected of you because you took this class. And I think that's really awesome. And something else that is given to you as you come in as a first year alongside tutorial are 3 advisors. 1 is your academic, 2nd is your career advisor, and 3rd is your residence life advisor. And you're partnered up with all 3 at the beginning of your time here as a first year student, meaning you are not accidentally waiting until the end of your 3rd or 4th year to interact with our careers, life, and service department to figure out the difference between a resume and a cover letter, or how to act during an interview that's at a lunch or at a dinner setting, which is different than an interview that's one-on-one in a room with someone. So you know all those things going into that first semester, that first summer break or winter break, if you do want to be employed to some capacity, which I think is really cool. And lastly, I'll move on to some of our financial aid. We're need blind when we meet 100% of demonstrated need. And need blind means that when you do click submit on the application, we get no information regarding your family's ability to pay the full tuition. Most schools are need aware, but we don't get the information and we don't want that information. And then we meet 100% demonstrated need if you demonstrate financial need. And in that package, there are no loans as well, which is a direct response and something that is very new to our financial aid program because it's a direct response to COVID, which I think is really, really awesome. And one last thing I'll mention is that we have over 500 events every single year that are all free of charge and all open door policy. But yeah, thank you so much for having me.
All right, thank you to Grinnell College. And next up, we have St. Norbert College.
Hello, everybody. My name is Cabrini Jablon, Associate Director of Admission and the counselor that primarily works with St. Ignatius families. I grew up in Riverside, Illinois, and after high school graduated from St. Norbert College with a degree in communication and leadership studies, and I've worked there most of my career. Oh. Sorry about that. SNC is located 3 hours north of the Chicagoland area in De Pere, Wisconsin. There are about 2,000 undergraduate students who call our beautiful waterfront campus home. Our campus is within just minutes from shopping and restaurants, coffee shops, movie theaters. Plus, being on the Fox River allows us the opportunity for water sports like crew and water ski team, and beautiful trails along the Fox River for running or rollerblading, biking, things like that. And we're just 5 minutes from Green Bay, which is the 3rd largest city in the state, which provides a lot of opportunities for internships, along with additional cultural and entertainment options as well. St. Norbert is a Norbertine college. We're the only Norbertine college in the world. And the Norbertines are celebrating their 900th anniversary this year. And they're much more well-known throughout Europe than they are in the US, but they're still a really cool order of men and women religious. The Norbertines are known for their values of radical hospitality and communio, which are values we also hope to instill in our students. It creates radical hospitality as something you kind of have to experience to understand, and we hope you'll get a chance to visit campus so you can experience it for yourself. It creates a campus culture that is inclusive where everyone feels welcomed. And Communio engages our students to respond to the needs of our local community and the global community. So though not required, most of our students are engaged in service. Communio also plays a part in our residential campus. 98% of our students do live on campus all 4 years, which means we have a very active and vibrant campus life. Your living options are going to progress as you go throughout your 4 years, from traditional residence halls to more apartment style living or suite style living, townhouses along the river, and apartments with fireplaces and vaulted ceilings and underground parking. So lots of housing options. We also have campus houses that are within the community close to campus. So again, lots of really great housing options throughout your 4 years. Because most of our students do live on campus, We have over 100 clubs and activities to keep them busy and engaged. Everything from academic organizations, music and theater, faith-based activities, and a wide range of multicultural and ethnic organizations, including our newer group, Proud to Be First, which is a both mentoring organization and opportunities for students who might be first generation in their family to go to college. And if you're a student athlete, we have over 23 varsity sports. We are five-time national champions for ice hockey, and some of our newer sports include men's volleyball and women's and men's swimming and diving. We also just recently did a major renovation to our sports and wellness center, so really great campus facilities as well. Our academic programs range from accounting and business, some of our more popular programs of education, our healthcare programs. So over 80 over 80 programs to select from. And we have, all our classes are taught by professors. Average class size is going to be about 19, with science labs capped at 15. Strong emphasis on collaborative research with your professors and your advisors that are going to work with you one-on-one to help prepare you for your study abroad experiences, internships, and just really making sure you're well prepared for life after St. Norbert, whether that's employment, going into service programs like the Peace Corps, or things like the military or graduate school and med school. So lots of one-on-one opportunities to get support in your future plans, as well as what you're currently doing while at St. Norbert. And as far as our facilities, we've put in $150 million worth of renovations over the last 5 to 7 years. One of our main projects was a major renovation to our dining hall facilities. And we have a special station for students with allergies to make sure that our students who are gluten-free or lactose intolerant are eating well and safely. We also have a sushi bar, and we're ranked #1 in the state for campus food and #4 in the nation. We've also done major renovations to our library, our upper class residence halls, our sports complex, and our kind of claim to fame is our beautiful Galmova Science Center, which also houses the Medical College of Wisconsin's med school. So we're one of the few small liberal arts schools that does have a med school right on campus. Quick review of our application process: rolling admission, test optional, and most importantly, we definitely want you to come to campus for a visit. We are open for tours, and you can reach me at any point for either an in-person or a Zoom tour and admissions presentation. Thank you so much, and good luck to all of you.
All right, thank you to St. Norbert College. And next up, we have St. Edward's University.
Hello, I'm Margot Sweeney. I'm an admission counselor here from St. Edward's University in Austin, Texas. I actually went to St. Edward's myself, so as you move through this process, I'm more than happy to answer your questions about the student experience, but of course the admission process as you seek to potentially apply or in the future even attend. So at St. Edward's, we serve a little bit under 3,400 total undergraduate students with an average class size of 18 and a student to faculty ratio of 15:1. You really have a wonderful opportunity to get to know your professors. There are more than 50 areas of study for you to select from, and there's certainly a wide range of interests that our students have on the Hilltop. When you apply, you are applying to the university as a whole, not a particular program. So this makes it really easy to combine your interest or kind of seek out additional ones as you move through the process or even once you get to campus. As highlighted here, none of our classes are taught by TAs. So again, as you start to express your strengths and your interests and your passions and what you want to pursue, your professors really have that opportunity to get to know more about you and help offer some personalized suggestions. Our overall campus community is certainly incredibly diverse. As you can see here, there are 24 languages spoken on our campus. You'll see that students come from all over the world with 57 countries represented within our student body. So going to the coffee shop, you might hear English, Spanish, Arabic, French, and so on. Aside from the amount of countries, we also have a number of US states represented on our campus. We are a Catholic university, but you'll see that there are 34 faith traditions. So if you practice something else, or you are interested in learning more, there is certainly the space and the support to do so. Study abroad is really encouraged and something that so many of our students tend to pursue, and you'll see that we have a number of partner universities, but students really go all over the place and so many different points of their undergraduate career, and Study Abroad Office will help you with that. Aside from the classroom, you certainly want to get involved, and we sure hope that you do. You'll see that we have more than 100 student organizations for you to select from. If you're an athlete, we have our NCAA Division II teams, as well as our club sport teams. The club sport teams are run by current students, so they're a wonderful way to stay active in your sport, but also build some leadership skills. We've got some lacrosse teams, volleyball teams, there's a climbing team, there's a crew and rowing team. Polo is our most recent addition to our club sports, so definitely a lot to get involved in. Outside of the clubs and organizations are kind of related, there are more than 600 student events annually, including homecoming, where our 2 goats will attend. Given that we are the Hilltoppers, our goat is the mascot, and that's why that is referenced there. Our campus is within the city of Austin. It is just 3 miles from downtown, so there's a lot to enjoy within that space, and certainly the 3 miles in between. But you'll notice that our campus has 4,000 trees, which you can kind of get a sense of behind me. And these trees are absolutely beautiful. It's a mixed campus, incredibly green. It feels secluded. It's a wonderful space to be as you focus on your studies, but as you're in the center of downtown, or certainly very close to it. I mentioned we are located in the city of Austin. Austin is a fantastic place to be at any point in your life or your career, but definitely an awesome place to be as you pursue your undergraduate degree. Austin has a population of about 1 million, so we're the 11th largest city in the US. This makes a number of fun things to do available to you, but also it offers incredible opportunities as you seek professional development. So you might find some really cool internships. You might volunteer at some of the well-known festivals like ACL or South by Southwest. You have some cool networking opportunities, and you have professors who really understand this landscape, and certainly the global landscape with so many of the businesses here having locations elsewhere in the country or even the globe. Austin is a big city with a small town feel. So I mentioned all of these wonderful opportunities. Typically there are concerts going on. There are so many wonderful restaurants to eat at. You can hang out at Zilker Park. You can kayak or paddleboard on Town Lake, but it certainly is a small town feel. It is casual, it is comfortable, it is a really fun place to be as you are a student, but really any time in your life or career. I referenced ACL or South by Southwest. These are some pretty well-known festivals, and you'll see that we are the live music capital of the world. In the classroom, we are a liberal arts university, so you are going to take classes all across campus, no matter what you study. But this really goes to serve and support your development of communication and collaboration skills. These 2 things are ones that employers constantly commend our students for having, and this goes back to the approach in the classroom, but also all of the wonderful experiential learning opportunities you get to take on. With personalized academic advising, you'll see noted that you have a success coach as you start your freshman year, but that person is available to you for the years after as well. They will help you understand your course schedule and register for classes, but also as you seek academic support, as you look to take on study abroad, as you want to get connected to research or the Career and Professional Development Office. They are your person to help you navigate what success means to you, and certainly help you find that as you are a Hilltopper. There are, as I mentioned, a number of academic programs, and certainly a number to explore before or even once you are on campus. Some of our most recent programs are a user experience design program, animation, video game development, environmental, biology, and climate change. We have programs like bio or chem, business, psychology, communication, a number of arts programs, and so on. So take a look at our majors and minors page as well. We are a Catholic university founded by the Holy Cross Congregation, so this means that we serve in support of a culturally and religiously diverse student body. As a freshman, you will be asked to live on campus, but there are plenty of options for you to choose from. And as you look ahead to the application process, there are 3 ways to submit your application. Apply by December 1 and we'll automatically waive the application fee. You're automatically considered for academic scholarships, but then we highly encourage the application of your FAFSA as well. You have, aside from your admission counselor, your financial services counselor to assist you throughout this process also. But thanks for being here. Thanks for learning more about St. Ed's. I'll be available for any further questions that you have.
All right, thank you so much to St. Edward's University. And next up, we have St. Olaf College.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Dr. Reginald Miles. I serve as the Associate Dean of Admissions at St. Olaf, and I also serve as the Director of Multicultural Recruitment. I'm so excited to chat with you all regarding our institution in Northfield, Minnesota. So we were founded back in 1874 by Norwegian American immigrants, and we've been named one of the most beautiful college campuses in the country. We are, as I shared earlier, we are located in Northfield, Minnesota. So in the state of Minnesota, there's so much that one can do, from the hiking, the biking, very outdoorsy. We have the Mall of America, the Minnesota State Fair, the Minnesota Zoo. But about 45 minutes south of the Twin Cities is Northfield, and that's where the college is located. In Northfield, we have about 20,000 people. It's a college town. St. Olaf shares that town with another college. And then you can also, there's live music, there's shopping, there's restaurants. It's a very, it's a community environment for sure. And then let's see here, whoops. So this is a little makeup of our campus population. 10% of our students are international. 60% of our students are from outside the state of Minnesota. So you have an idea of the representation of our students at St. Olaf. Now, when it comes to our domestic multicultural students, 22% of our students identify as having a diverse background. So we do know at St. Olaf College that this number right now is higher than what it has been 5 years ago, but we still know that we have a lot of work to do. And so we are looking for like-minded individuals who encompass the same values when it comes to equity and diversity as we plan to increase our domestic multicultural numbers. Now, when it comes to our academics are very rigorous. We have over 85 programs and majors and concentrations. As you start your college search, you'll hear about majors and minors. At St. Olaf College, we don't offer minors, we offer concentrations. With the majors, those majors contain anything from anthropology, sociology, nursing, English, film and media studies, race and ethnic studies. When it comes to the minors, taking classes in a different area to get more information, more knowledge about a particular subject. And those courses, those concentrations contain neuroscience, management, international relations, family studies. Students can actually double major, they can actually triple major. The way that our curriculum is structured, 1/3 of the curriculum is general education requirements, classes that everyone needs to take for the college. And then another 1/3 are the courses that you need for your major, and the other 1/3 are your electives. The way that our academic calendar is structured, we call it 4, 1, and 4. So in the fall semester, students only take 4 classes. In January, which we call interim, students take 1 class. So if you have that challenging subject that you want to just get through in 1 month, you can do that. Or if you want to study abroad or do an internship opportunity, you can do it for that month, but that's also offered throughout the entire academic year or year. And then in the spring semester, you can take 4 classes as well. This is some quick stats regarding our student to faculty ratio and our average class size of being 23. We are known for our learning community, so students have the option of taking classes in areas that interest them with other students. So if students are interested in Asian conversations, race matters, political science, and they want to work with like-minded students, they have the ability to do so. We are known for our study abroad, as we're #1 for that. Students can literally study abroad, as I shared earlier, during the month of January or during a semester or for the entire academic year. Our students have gone to New Zealand, they've gone to Mexico, Greece, Spain, etc. There's a lot of opportunities, and we really encourage this because we really want our students to explore their horizons. 95% of our students live on campus. It's a very residential community. We have 11 residence halls, 19 honor and language houses. So what if students really want to speak a language 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? They can do that within our language houses, which also sponsors events for our students. And a fun fact is we are actually building a new dorm right now, which will be open in fall of 22. And if you love food like I do, we're ranked #7 for food because our dining hall is absolutely spectacular. Food is amazing. We have over 200 clubs and organizations on our campus, from academic clubs, political clubs, and our multicultural organizations as well. I mentioned earlier that there's another college that's in Northfield, and that's our friends at Carleton College, and they have about 2,000 students. that we work together when it comes to student organizations and some of our sporting activities. Regarding our multicultural students on campus, we have the Taylor Center, which is the hub for many activities and many events that take place, from Caribbean Night to our Connect for Success mentoring program for our students. So it's definitely their home away from home with the main resource for our students to help them be empowered, engaged, and connected for success. Now, if you love fine arts like I do, note that we are one of 3 fully accredited, and 1/3 of our student population participates in music. We're known for our Christmas festival, which takes place in December, each December, which is very exciting. So I highly would recommend that. We're Division III athletics. 75% of our students participate in intramurals, which is great. We have club sports. So there's a lot of things actually going on at St. Olaf College. And I definitely think that even though that with our roots going back to 145 years ago, 146 years ago, St. Olaf College really seeks students seeking a spiritual journey. Meaning, even though we are a Lutheran school, it is there if you're interested. We offer optional chapel daily and on the weekends, but if you don't have a religious background, that's okay. It's a very accepting place. So as I conclude here, I just want to say that connect with us, talk to us. We'd love to hear from you. We offer virtual interviews, we offer virtual tours, and I will leave my contact information, and everyone at St. Olaf College would love to hear more about you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you to St. Olaf College. And next up, we have St. Ambrose University.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I have to say I'm very excited because my niece is starting at St. Ignatius this fall, so I can't wait to come to the school and see all that she's going to be involved in. So my name is Jill Holubetz. I am a senior admissions counselor for St. Ambrose University. Even though St. Ambrose is located in Davenport, Iowa, I am regionally located here in the Chicagoland area, and I do work with all students from St. Ignatius. So I hope to see all of you sometime in person, whether that be at the school or whether that be during a visit sometime on campus. Sorry, my screen is not advancing here. Oh my goodness, look at that. Okay, so a little bit about where we're located. If you're not familiar with the Quad Cities area or Davenport, Iowa, I find that more students and families from the Chicagoland area are more familiar with the term the Quad Cities. So Davenport is one of the Quad Cities. On the Iowa side of the Mississippi River, you have Davenport and Bettendorf, Iowa. And on the Illinois side of the Mississippi River, you have Rock Island and Moline. So if you're familiar with Augustana College is directly across the river from us on the Illinois side, and we are across the river right on the Iowa side. So the Quad Cities is a large metropolitan area of almost 400,000 people. So even though we're a small school, we have lots of big school opportunities in terms of internships. We have lots of major corporations that call the Quad Cities home for their headquarters, such as John Deere, Hahn Office Furniture, Alcoa Steel, Modern Woodman Financial. The Genesis Healthcare System is the largest healthcare system in the state of Iowa. And there's plenty for our students to do both on and off campus. Off campus, seeing as Davenport is a riverfront community, there's lots of outdoor activities, and also in the downtown area, which is only 1 to 2 minutes from campus. You have a lot of museums, concerts that take place at the Tax Slayer Arena. We have a minor league baseball team in town, lots of restaurants. So plenty for our students to keep themselves occupied. We are about 2 hours and 45 minutes west of the Chicagoland area. So definitely far enough away to go away, but close enough to still be able to come home or have family and friends come and visit you. We're just over 3,000 students overall, and that does include our students who are in their undergraduate studies, in master's level studies, and doctoral degree studies as well. Our average class size is 20 students per class, so lots of personalized attention from your faculty, opportunities to do research from the beginning of your freshman year, if that's something that you're interested in, and 100% of our courses are taught by faculty. No teaching assistants and no graduate assistants. We offer over 60 majors at the undergraduate level, 13 master's degree programs, and 3 doctoral degree programs as well. Some of our more popular majors at the undergraduate level include anything in the business realm, all of our health sciences, including direct admit nursing, direct admit physical therapy, occupational therapy and physician assisting, social work and speech therapy, criminal justice and forensic psychology. We are one of only a handful of institutions nationwide to offer forensic psychology as a standalone major, education, and engineering. Outside of the classroom, our students are incredibly supported through resources like our Student Success Center, which provides free academic tutoring, writing support, and supplemental instruction for our students who find that they need that at some point during their academic career. The Accessibility Resource Center provides accommodations for students who have a documented long-term or short-term disability and need specific accommodations within and outside of the classroom setting. Our academic advisors guide you for your time at St. Ambrose. They work with you closely to ensure that you're completing your courses on time and you're earning your credits. And our Career Center is there to help you with everything from on-campus employment to resume writing to finding a job when your time at St. Ambrose is coming to a close. We offer over 95 different groups and clubs and organizations on campus. Again, a lot of our students do and take part in lots of activities off of campus, but on campus itself, we have plenty for our students to do, and all of our students are involved in one way, shape, or form. We have academic and professional organizations, cultural organizations, honor societies, service-based organizations, and service-focused organizations. Special interest clubs like our fishing club, our bags club, and our wellness and recreation program in our new Wellness and Recreation Center, which opened in 2017. Within that, we have club and intramural sports, along with group exercise classes, weight rooms, and cardio rooms. We have over 25 established programs in different countries. The majority of our students do decide to participate in study abroad at some point during their time at Ambrose, NAIA athletics, and fine art scholarships as well. As far as admissions, really quick, 2.5 or higher unweighted high school GPA, no test score requirement. So if you meet that GPA requirement, you will not be required to submit an ACT or SAT score. All right, I see you on there, so I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing and pass it off to our next participant.
All right, thank you to St. Ambrose University. And next up, we have Gettysburg College.
Well, thank you so much and good evening, everyone. My name is Mary Smith. I am one of the Senior Associate Directors from the Admissions Office at Gettysburg College. I believe for some of you, if you're joining our recording, good morning, good afternoon, and good night. I am based on the East Coast, and Gettysburg is a nationally ranked college of the liberal arts and sciences. So frankly, this is one of my favorite pictures. I even use it as my virtual backdrop because right now, our campus looks exactly like this. All of our orange tulips are in bloom. It is absolutely gorgeous. Pollen is high, but it is a beautiful campus. As you might guess, if you're familiar with your history, Gettysburg is in a pretty world famous town. Gettysburg, the place, changed the course of our nation's history. And so we get about 3 million visitors through the town of Gettysburg every year. And yet we are a small town. So small town charm, great environment, really friendly place on the East Coast, but yet we're close enough to the big cities as this map shows. We're only 45 minutes from our state capital of Harrisburg, and we are an hour and a half from DC and an hour from Baltimore. So say, for example, you're flying in from the Midwest, we have our own transportation network. We will come pick you up at all of the different major airports, train stations, and bus stations. So it is super convenient and easy to get to and from our campus. And that means we get visitors to and from our campus on a pretty regular basis. Quieter during the school year, but the summer is very busy. As I mentioned, we're a college of the liberal arts and sciences. So that means we have majors across the board. Everything from the fine and performing arts, the natural sciences, the social sciences, the humanities, the quantitative area, business is very popular for us, economics, political science, that's huge for us. That might be our #1 major, actually. It's in our top 2. And that's partly because we have some unique programs that are based out of Washington, D.C., as well as on our campus. Our students are active. They get involved in a lot. We are a 24/7 campus. So that lovely fun fact of over 120 clubs and organizations is so real. Our students are busy doing clubs, organizations, community service, double majoring, majoring and minoring, doing hands-on research. They're busy. They're doing a lot of different things, and they're excited to be exploring all of their different passions, while at the same time diving in deep to that area of interest, or 2 areas of interest, or 3 in my case, when I was a student at Gettysburg. So there's lots of ways to explore academic life at Gettysburg, as well as co-curricular life. So our students are equally busy inside as well as outside the classroom. One fun picture, my favorite on this particular slide, is one of our traditions, our first-year walk. Just as our students did back in 1863, as they followed President Lincoln to hear the Gettysburg Address, now very well-known speech. Our students do that the second day they're on campus. They close off the entire town. The townspeople are lining the streets, cheering our students on, and they walk up to the National Cemetery and hear a reading of the Gettysburg Address, and then hear an inspiring talk. And a lot of the focus is around the fact that, yes, Gettysburg, this place and what happened here, changed the course of our nation's history, but more importantly, how will you change history? And so we continue to talk about that, and it becomes a part of our ethos for our students as they go through their 4 years at Gettysburg. I mentioned there were several unique programs. I'll highlight 2. The Eisenhower Institute for Public Policy and Leadership is a direct tie-in to President Eisenhower. We are one of the only undergraduate-only schools to have a presidential legacy organization that falls directly under us, and that's the Eisenhower Institute. So we have programs both on campus, networking with different individuals across the country and overseas, as well as in DC, a block from the White House, where our hub is there as well. We also have the Sondermann Conservatory of Music, a unique program for a liberal arts college in that we are fully undergraduate and have a full conservatory program entrenched within that liberal arts setting. So music is huge for us. And yet we have a marching band, which is unusual for a conservatory program. One other note on this, study abroad is huge. Over 60% of our students study abroad at some point in their 4 years at Gettysburg. So lots of opportunities to get involved on campus, near from campus, and very far away from campus. We are big believers in the 1, 2, 3. You have to have the degree, you have to have the hands-on experience, and that can be full career immersion, internships, externships, research, all different types of opportunities there. And it's all about networking. So 98% of our graduates have a job or are in grad school within the first year of graduation because of that 1, 2, 3. And these are some fun new updates for Gettysburg, a new business major that has become very, very popular, a new data science minor. And frankly, this other one, this anatomage table, we have a virtual cadaver lab, very strong pre-med program for students who are looking to go into that area. Last but not least, I'll simply share this particular screen. We do a lot with merit scholarships, music scholarships, STEM scholarships, and need-based financial aid. So there are many opportunities for our students to both financially afford Gettysburg, but also for us to look at you as a very whole person through the admissions process. We frankly do look at everything through the Common Application. There's my contact information, and I'm also throwing some great links in the chat that I hope you will check out with some quick facts, figures, and interesting pieces of information, as well as a video. Thanks so much, and I look forward to talking to you another time at some point.
All right, thank you to Gettysburg College. And that was actually our last presenter this evening, but we still have a few minutes left over. So I would like to invite all of our presenters to go ahead and turn their cameras back on so we can look into some other questions here. And I'd like to ask all of you, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And why don't we go ahead and start with Grinnell College?
Yeah, I'd say my advice would be to remember the human aspect of going to college. Try to talk to current students and to alumni. We could offer you the moon and the stars, but that doesn't mean that you would be happy and comfortable in that environment. So you should definitely check out the environment as much as you can.
Yeah, I was definitely going to say, make sure you're visiting as many campuses as you can and really do an in-depth visit, maybe just a general visit your first go around, but the second time, make sure you're interacting with faculty from the academic areas you're interested in, coaches, current students, to really get a good picture and what's going to be a good fit for you.
Well, one, kind of just stay organized. There's a lot of info headed your way. Keep a spreadsheet, keep a binder, keep a folder, highlight your dates and the checklist items that you need to know. But also, we're here and happy to help. We are more than excited to hear from you. Keep in mind the environment, the city that the school's in. We're excited to kind of see where you end up, and we are more than happy to help you in the ways that we can along the way.
I would say too, ask questions. You know, this is a very, very exciting time in your lives. And sometimes I've worked with many students and like, well, I don't know if I should ask. Just know that admission professionals are here to help you be successful. Ask questions and have fun with this experience.
Gosh, it's so hard to go towards the end because everybody has made wonderful suggestions that I 100% echo. I would just say with the organization piece, one little tip that I have for students is as you start to go through the college process and maybe submit applications or request information, create an email address that is unique just for college admissions and that whole process, separate from your personal email, because it's going to fill up quickly and it can be overwhelming. So perhaps consider creating an email just for the college search process.
Such great advice from all of my colleagues. I guess to wrap up the words of wisdom or helpful advice is to remember that the year you're a senior is the year you're a senior in high school. You're a high school senior. You're not just a college applicant. Yes, that's going to be a part of your process. Yes, that's going to be happening in your senior year, but you're a high school senior. Enjoy that senior year. Take time to develop and continue those relationships with friends, teachers, family members who you're going to be leaving for the next 4 years potentially. So take the time to enjoy being a high school senior, not just a college applicant.
All right, thank you. A lot of really great advice there. However, we are actually hitting the end of our session today. We're just about out of time. So I do want to say thank you so much to all of our presenters this evening for sharing information about their college. I also want to thank all of you for joining us tonight. When you close this window, there's going to be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback that you might be able to provide on this session. Also, this is just one of many different sessions being hosted. There's a couple more later this evening, so be sure to sign up for more as well. Also, remember that you can ask your St. Ignatius counselors questions about the college search in the counselor corner. And then lastly, in about a week, you will be able to find this session's recording as well as all of the other session recordings at strivescan.com/Ignatius. Thanks again, everyone, and have a good rest of the fair.